Hey broskies! Just a quick note before we begin the video. So, a couple days ago, I was awoken to the news that I had been nominated for a Shorty Award! What? This is the most backwards day ever! I just want to say thank you all for the support. It's because of you guys that this even happened, so I'm eternally grateful for all of you. If you want to vote, I'll put a link in the description box below, but don't worry, if you don't vote, I won't hold it against you. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys once again, and enjoy the video.
Hello, my dudes. Today, I'm going to deviate slightly from the scheduled programming to bring you guys a bit of a different video. I have a bone to pick with my mom, and only my mom, so I'm gonna put it out on the internet for everyone to see. With that being said, let's go a bit back in time. You see, yesterday, I decided to be a nice, sweet child and help my mother with the groceries. We went to Loblaws, and I was helping her pick out foods, when all of a sudden, a little friend scurried up on his 4 legs and jumped on me. This ball of fluffiness was the cutest thing I'd ever seen, and obviously, I was ecstatic! I was having so much fun, we were the best of friends. This small boy was the most cheerful, optimistic little boy I had ever met, and it was just great. Now, I'm going to admit, encounters such as these have happened before. I will never forget the time that I was out on a run with my dad, and this huge, mammoth-sized dog just came charging at me with the speed and fervor of a middle-aged woman named Debbie on Black Friday. The dog, oblivious to how fragile I was, kept on charging until it collided with little 13-year-old me, who would literally get blown over if the wind was too strong. So I was on the ground in seconds with this monstrosity looking down at me. Obviously, it didn't have any bad intentions, you know, it just wanted to play, but never mind, we're getting off topic. So after my encounter with this little poodle, I did what any other sane 17-year-old would have done. I stood up, and in my most threatening voice, I asked my mom if I could have a dog. And for the millionth time, my mother denied it. So you might be wondering, Joanna, if things like this have happened before, why are you reacting now? Why explode the volcano at this very moment? Why? Oh, because I've had enough of this. I am sick and fed up with this business, and I'm tired of getting the same answer every single time. Alas, Mother, I know you watch my videos, so we're just gonna have a little conversation, okay? I guess the next question you all have is why? Why do you want a dog so desperately, Joanna? Well, let me enlighten you. You might not all be aware of this, but I am in fact an only child. I have no siblings, and all of my cousins are back in Brazil. So growing up, the only people I had to play with were my Barbies. Now, I'll admit, I have become accustomed to the lonely child lifestyle. The prospect of having to share another room with another living being is absolutely preposterous. So I might be exaggerating slightly when I whine and mope about my siblingless childhood. But nevertheless, I want a doggo to spend time with me. Is that too much to ask for? Now, I am not completely oblivious to the many obstacles standing in my path. The largest one being that I may or may not be allergic to dogs. But that's besides the point, because there is something called hypoallergenic. That's right, ladies and gents, for only $15.99 per month, you too can avoid the terrible mess that is an itchy nose and a runny throat. No, but seriously, Mother, you cannot complain and tell me that we cannot get a dog simply because of my allergies, because there are ways around this issue. You also like to, complain about how there will be no one to take this poor soul out on poop runs in the wee hours of the morning because there's no way on God's green earth that you're getting up to do it yourself. Which is why I declare right here, right now, that I myself will wake up early to walk this little boy. Actually, I don't know how long that'll last. Let's just move on. Oh, what's that? You want to talk about dog breeds? Ha! I'm already 27 steps ahead of you! The first option, which also happens to be my personal favorite, is the Teacup Poodle. This little guy is very mini and super easy to take care of. We might lose him from time to time because of how minuscule he is, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it makes for a perfect legally blonde car moment. But that's not all, because a simple search on Wikipedia, aka the father of the internet, reveals that these dogs are actually incredibly incredibly athletic and smarter than Einstein. The only downside to him is that he's not very intimidating, and in an environment where you're constantly at risk of being attacked by immoral delinquents, he won't do you that much good. The second option is the classic golden retriever. This guy is upbeat, has the aquatic prowess of Aquaman, and is great for sniffing out drugs. I don't really know why that last part was very important, but you can't be too safe nowadays. He can also grow to a whopping 24 inches, which I assume is tall, but I have no real way of knowing because I don't use the scum that is the Imperial system. The third and final option, yes, I'm only giving you 3 options, Mother, is a Great Dane. If we're going for big and intimidating, this is where it's at. Fun fact, I searched up big and intimidating on Google, and this was the photo that came up. I mean, have you ever seen anything more majestic? This dog means business. He's here and he will get your bills paid and your laundry folded. The only dog we can't get is a pit bull. But that's pretty self-explanatory. But wait! I ain't finished. I'm feeling nice today, so guess what? I'm open for negotiation. I will gladly settle for a bunny or a pot-belly pig, but only if you let me dye my hair bright fuchsia. So, Your Honor, I would like to conclude this TED Talk with a little anecdote. The year is 2195. The Earth is barren. You, wrapped in a shawl, scrapping your way through the desert of a city you once called home. The dust? It gets blown in your face with the same ferocity with which a lion growls at its prey. But fear not. You know why? Because you have a little friend keeping you company. Air Bud! And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the message I want you all to take away from this video. Air Bud is the best movie ever made, and I want a dog. Is it all that hard to understand? Mom, if you're watching this, which I know you are, what are you waiting for? This has benefits for the both of us. Even Dad wants a dog.
Dad, do you want a dog?
So Mom, I request. No, I demand that I get a dog.